Namaste, my name is Dheo and welcome to my channel. Today I'll tell you a little about healing. How all of us have the ability and the art form in us to heal ourselves or somebody else. All of us have it. The only difference is some of us have various different lifetime experiences in us and the others are, let's say, new to it. But does that mean the ability is not there? No, it is there. There's certain practices that were done in the ancient time to enhance this ability. And I'll tell you what it is. The number one tool in ancient times and even today that is used for healing is your imagination. Okay, we'll understand a few things first before I tell you how you can use this tool of imagination to heal yourself or anyone that you want. But it is important you know how it really works. For that, now let's understand this. We are living in a world of illusion. We are living in a virtual reality where everything is an illusion experienced through this virtual reality body suit, through our five senses. Okay, so when you say it is an illusion, that doesn't mean that it is not there. An illusion always means it is there but not there. When you have this understanding, you can manipulate this understanding to what you want it to be doing for you. So let's say now we'll take an example. Okay, we'll take an example. There's an endless amount of healing that you can do, mental, physical or spiritual, but for the sake of an example, we'll take an example of a backache. Let's say somebody has a bad back problem and you need to heal it. So in the ancient time, how was it done? I will explain it to you and you can adapt this to any form of healing that you've already been taught or what you're already doing. This is going to just add a little bit more to it. Okay, so in the ancient times, the belief that was there that you're living in an illusion and nothing is real, so even your backache is not real. Okay, with that understanding, again, that it is there but not there. So you cannot deny that pain. It is paining you like anything and then you say that, okay, it is not there. It has to be a mindset. So that mindset is going to cure everything that is happening to your body, that pain which needs to be taken away now. So now everything that you're using, you're eating, you're wearing, you're living in, everything in this planet is a result of an imagination. Let's say from the smallest thing like adding salt. Somebody imagine, okay, let me put salt in the food and see how it tastes. And today all of us are doing that. To, let's say, a spacecraft. Everything is a result of an imagination, and this is somebody else's imagination that we all are using. So when you hold an image in, the word imagination, when you hold an image in for a long period of time, this image which is in is going to come out in the nation that you are in now for everyone to make use of, no matter in which nation they are. So imagination is that word. You hold an image inside for a long period of time, it is going to come out in the nation that you are in, and from here it will travel to every other nation. This is what imagination means. So the basic and the most important tool for healing has always been imagination. So this is what they would do. Let's say a person is lying in front of you who has a back problem, they're lying on their stomach. Now this person who is there is going to manipulate this entire system, this entire virtual reality, because a backache right now is not really there. But for that pain to be removed, the healer has to imagine it in a particular way that it is there. So imagination alone is not going to help over here. The imagination has to be created. Okay, just like now a cell phone is a creation. It is not there, but it is there. Similarly, how do you take out a backache that you can't even see? It doesn't have a form to it. It has nothing to it. It's just a pain. So now if you need to move a cell phone, you need to go pick it up and you need to move it. This is the same thing that the healer used. They create an imagination of what that backache looks like, and they will use their hands to pick it up and move it aside. So if the patient is there in front of them, if the person who needs healing is in front of them, they would sit over there and they had this imagination where, let's say now for an example, they see it as clay or as dough. Now they would collect it very carefully, you know, like how a bomb squad expert is who's going to defuse the bomb. He's got all that experience, but that doesn't mean he's going to come pull out those wires and blatantly take it out from there. No, it's going to be really dangerous from him and somebody else also. So they be very careful with it. They're extremely gentle with it, you know, to take out those things. And what they do is they take that bomb after they've diffused it, take it away from that place that it is there, far away from where it can harm, still blow up and harm somebody else. This is the same mentality that the healer would do. They would not mess around with that illusion. They know it is an illusion, but like I said, it is there but not there. So they don't want that backache coming to them. They don't want that backache coming back to this person or anybody around them. This is how real they would make it. So now when they imagine it as clay or as dough, they will be very careful collecting it from all the sides of the area that's the problem area. They would collect it, making sure it is not coming towards them. They don't want that backache coming inside them, so they would keep pushing it away from them, collect it from the side. Eventually that entire clay they collected together like a ball. Okay, keep pushing it away from them. They don't want it coming towards them. Like when you're doing your beads, when you're doing your mantras and you're chanting with those beads, you're always pulling the beads towards you because you want the prayer coming inside you to make that positive effect. Okay, so similarly, if you're going to keep doing this, you're healing it this way, it's all coming towards you, or somebody over here, you're pushing it towards that person, because now you've created what this backache looks like and can do. This is how careful these guys were always. So they would keep collecting it, turn it into a ball, keep rotating it, making it really small. Now they used to take this physically, take this and move away from that patient. They don't, like that bomb squad guy doesn't want it to blow up, doesn't want the thing to blow up on him or somebody else and harm them. They will go somewhere extremely far from this person lives, place it over there. Now this depends on how he has imagined what he needs to do with it. Either pour it into water which is flowing, running water, or dig a hole, put it over there, or do something with it which now he's destroyed it. So a bomb squad guy, the guy who's defusing the bomb, they put it in a container and they blow it up over there. So something like this is what they would do. Then now that backache is destroyed, and depending on how bad the situation is for the person who's getting the healer, they would do it over a period of time. So this was one way where they would be extremely careful, keep on taking out all that backache that they are imagining it now over there. Otherwise, how do you move it from there? So they've manipulated this virtual reality into, okay, now I have created what this backache looks like, feels like. Okay, and I am collecting it now. This is how they would heal at that time. So somebody, let's say if they've imagined it like dust, like powder, they don't need to do all of this. Some of them would just go, they would say a few prayers, they go, blowing it from that person off. Okay, wherever the problem area is, since we're talking about a back problem, then again, blow it from there with that conviction, with that thing that that back problem is just like powder. They've created it in here so real that when they do, that problem is already going away. And this is how this person whose backache is also an illusion would get cured. There's some of them who would use nasty words. Okay, they would either scream at it, abuse at it, because that's how their personality, it suits their personality. They're not one of them who wants to be careful. No, they're one of them who are brash, like get the F out and move out and this and that, and they would speak to that problem like that, shooing it away from there. That's how they've created it. That's what works for them. So everyone had their own way of doing it. Some would even take feathers, or they would take leaves, herbal leaves, long leaves, and dust it on that person. Like, okay, I'm curing it off. Even now, a lot of cultures do this. But in the earlier times, it was always because they've created it like dust, that problem area, and they would take it off. So if it's your head, they would do it on your head. If it's your shoulder pain, they would do it on your shoulder pain. Okay, we're taking it off, we're dusting it off. It would only work because this healer's imagination was of another level altogether. They created in their mind in seconds, okay, this is what it looks like and this is how they're healing it. That entire dust, that pain is like shooing it off. That's how they would do it. Imagination is the biggest tool for this. And they didn't want it coming to them because now they've created it so powerful that they never wanted it coming towards them or somebody else. That's why at that time nobody used to be around when the healing was done. So now when a healing is done, when somebody is in some other country altogether, in those times obviously it will take years and months for probably somebody to reach and say, okay, at this time this person is going to be sending you healing. So they have to make sure that that person is lying down still or sitting still. That is because now let's say you've got a naughty child in the house who's running around and you're trying to feed that child food. Okay, you're dropping the food, it's not going in that boy, the energy is not going, you're running around the house. The boy is going to get, the child is going to get that nourishment, but not to the full potential. If you were just sitting down in front of you and you're feeding that child, every energy from that food is going to that child. The child's chewing it, he's enjoying it, he's taking it in. So it was important that a person stays still. So when somebody tells me, okay, please send us healing, I said, okay, I'm going to be sending it this time. You need to make sure you're still at that time. Oh no, but I need to go for work. I'll be at work at that time. Then I don't even speak to them about it. I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it. You can pay me all the money, but I will not do it for you. It's not going to work. I'm not going to waste my energy and your money on it. So this is how it was done in the earlier times. Your imagination needed to be so strong. So when a teacher would teach the student about this, all of this is nothing. You make it on your own, however it works for you. But they would teach you how to use your imagination, how to improve your skills of imagination. So what they would do is, which is important for you now to understand this, is let's say they say, okay, imagine an apple. Now I want you to imagine an apple. Everyone knows what an apple looks like, tastes like, and everything. They will say, okay, now destroy that apple and create your own apple. Your apple could be triangle, your apple could be of some other color altogether. Your apple could taste completely different. They would make you create your own apple. This is how you enhance that skill of yours, which is already there in you. This is how you polish that skill. So in today's time also, there are a lot of healers who take that white light and they're doing it. Taking that white light is also an imagination. So now if you're aimlessly doing, I'm taking the white light from the source and I'm healing this person, it's never going to work till the time you actually don't believe, okay, here comes the white light, you're holding it in your hand, you're putting it, are you imagining all that white light brightly on that healing spot that is there? No, you're just doing all of this. You're just showing it off without having that strong imagination. So if you want to heal yourself, if you want to heal somebody else, all the other part is just what works for you. How you create that headache, that shoulder pain, that stomach pain, or that mental illness that you've got, create it. If it's a mental illness, create that illness. Make a form of it. You will pick that form up. You will take that form far away from the person that you're healing. Far, 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 far away. Making sure it's not coming to you or somebody else. So the most important part was your imagination. This is why when you want to work on your imagination, let's say now if you're looking at your cell phone right now, imagine your cell phone, create your own cell phone altogether. It's easy to imagine this cell phone, no, but this tool, this imagination is breaking every other imagination that this virtual reality offers. This is why it is called, you're manipulating this entire system, this entire illusion to heal that person. You're manipulating it. This is the power behind this. This is the power of imagination for healing. It was always done this way. And you should really try doing this. But again, work on your imagination first. All this, collecting it, having that dough is secondary. The first thing is your imagination is what you need to work on. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. And till I see you again, have a good life. Namaste.